Again, there's been so much news, but this is the big news that we have missed. This indicator that nobody's talking about, that a lot of people miss out on, has just popped up. The M2 money supply is the big factor that's really going to make XRP explode, and also other cryptos, not just XRP. But I like talking about XRP, which really makes me excited, right?
We are going to dig through all of it. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know when it comes to XRP, the possible catalyst to skyrocket this thing forward. But like I said, we got to be patient. I know you got the Lambo color picked. You're ready to move it into the garage. You just got to...
A lot of people believe XRP can reach $10 overnight. Again, even Bitcoin needed years and years and years to get to 120K. It's never that easy. It's way, way harder. You know, SHIB already had its run. So we're seeing other cryptos with actual utility coming in and swooping those gains. So who's going to buy cryptos now? Is it going to be someone who, you know, sees no utility, sees a meme coin when there's no retail investors yet? Or you're going to be buying from potentially when already institutions and banks are here and buying in strong?
Go down and write that check, and you need XRP to skyrocket. I know, not me so much. So I want to get a place on a water. Everybody has a dream, you know, and I know everybody wants me to get into it. I'm gonna talk my dream first, and I want to hear your dream in the comments before we dig through all this money and everything else we're gonna talk about.
So the good thing about Stockmo is he's already a multi-millionaire, and he's been looking at this. This is the M2 growth of Fed, ECB, PBOC, and I guess Bank of Japan. So look, more money coming in, and the price is going up as well. So look at Bitcoin and look at the money growth, money supply getting big. This is what I've been telling you guys. Look how small it was in December, and look what the banks are doing. They're slowly stocking up on all this money to buy big.
This one. This is the picture one. And
so look at what happened when it was all-time low. Bitcoin was at 100K already. They slowly started stacking up. They saw, okay, we got to buy in big.
You're going to have people listening. So let me explain. When you see M2 dropping right here, you'll see, look at this. There's a lag, and then you see the price of Bitcoin going down. Then during that lag, you see...
So yeah, it's basically delayed. This is why this is bullish news.
M2 starting to increase again. What do you notice? Then all of a sudden, crypto starts to go.
So this is why the banks have not stopped yet. This is why it still is growing, is because it's literally delayed. The price of Bitcoin and XRP is delayed. This is why the institutions are buying. The banks are having more and more money, and usually these reports are a month later. So that's why they are delayed, or 2 months or 3 months. Again, all these big banks and Fed and everyone is stacking more and more money. Where do you put this money? That's why they're bullish. When there's no money, what do you spend the money on? You spend it on essentials. XRP is not an essential, you know, and here's where it's really changing is December 2024, Bitcoin was 100K. So 5 months after, it went down to 70K and then rallied back up as soon as they saw that they're stacking again, right? They saw a pattern that the money is being stacked up again.
I will tell you now that there is normally a 90-day, 60 to 90-day lag on the effects of M2 on crypto. So do you understand what I just said?
Yeah, so 60 to 90
days. So for those
who
are wondering, when you look at these charts, you're saying, are we going to go higher or lower, Mo? What do you see?
So everything is pointing like that it's going higher. Look at the 8.64%. And that's what a lot of YouTubers are talking about, why XRP will grow, right? When looking at statistics.
M2 growth of major central banks, 8%? Are you kidding me? Yes, USD. It's massive. Money is being printed and just shot.
There's too much money, basically. So XRP to $4 is not that crazy.
Not everywhere. And people aren't even talking about it. And this was June.
Get that. Could you try
so, I must have hit a button there. So we're going to let that go. You guys, we'll keep it real here. So this is what I'm seeing. It's still going higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, and it's increasing. And then you have the increase right here. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month into July. We know it's a good month in July. We're getting close. So do you think we're done? No. As M2 continues to increase, we should see upward pressure on Bitcoin. Now, you might say this is an XRP video. It is. What happens when you see Bitcoin exploding higher? We know it drags all the altcoins higher, including XRP.
So yeah, even if you check this at XRP prices, it's literally the same pattern that we're seeing right now. We're seeing the same pattern with the M2 money supply growing. It seems like we still have a leg up. Ripple ETF approved in 2025. I mean, if any other ETF is gonna get approved, it's also gonna be, Ripple, which we have been seeing. I guess they mean XRP ETF. I'm not too sure if they mean Ripple ETF or XRP ETF. Again, 86% chance is a pretty good factor, and we're also going to be seeing probably other ETFs approved because these big banks make tons of money from it. So it's literally a win-win for everyone. The people who want to buy crypto, except Pepe ETF. Look, Pepe ETF in 2025 might not be happening, but Cardano, Ripple, all of these are going to be pushed out because they're US based. Pepe is not US based, which doesn't give it that much advantage. That's why people are buying XRP, and ETFs are like the catalyst to see that pump growth.
95 zone in the RSI, Bollinger Bands are getting broke. You know profits are going to be taken. Does that mean it's over? Does that mean we're done? The run's done? No, absolutely not. We got so many good things that are going to happen before year's end. We're almost in August. August, September, October, November, December. You're looking at, what, 5 months left in this year? I would ask you this in the comments below. Do you believe we'll be higher at the end of the year than we are right now when you're watching the video? I'm going to guess 9 out of 10 of you are going to say yes. We will be higher by year's end. There's always the people who short, they hate crypto, they don't want to be in it, blah, blah, blah.
90% saying we are bullish and hoping for an ETF is definitely very, very good indicator. Especially they're willing to put volume on it or money. So 86% chance and 115,000 volume. This means $80,000 on basically getting a return. That 86% chance that yes, we will get an ETF this year, not next year, this year.
Big things happening, all right? We got the Fed out there. Let me tell you the next big thing. So you got the spot ETF. You have M2 going through the roof. Remember what I just told you. Follow M2. You're going to know how crypto is going to do. And the correlation between them is massive. I believe it's like an 80-something% correlation between M2 growth and the lagging effects on Bitcoin, thus crypto. It's big.
And again, Jerome Powell could skyrocket it to the moon. So 97, 98% chance no change. Doesn't matter that much because September is the real change. Look at that. September, and I think there's one in October. Is there one in December? Look at that. Look at that. So this is the one for 30th July. Okay, no changes. Because we still have 3-4 chances for it to see a change, right? Look at this. No change.
I obviously think they should cut in September as well. But the odds are they will cut in September 2 out of 3. That'll change. There was a time we were
2 out
looking
of 3 is a pretty good odds that they will cut this.
4 to 6.
The meeting is in about 20 minutes.
6 cuts this year. And we got what? Nothing? We're still waiting. We're still waiting. And you guys can see once we get to December, which is about 5 months from now, look where we're at. 2 cuts, possibly 3. If you go to the end of next year, and this is the big ticket, we're down to 5 cuts.
So yeah, 5 different cuts. Now this in December is almost certain. I feel like it's his last term as well. So he doesn't really care. Or well, he cares, but he's going to make it the best for basically everyone possible. So it should be the last term for Jerome Powell, and this is why the rate cuts will be happening.
Excited. 50-ish range.
Again, September, December is where the real prices should start growing and should start pumping in that sense. These rate cuts are literally what can really pump crypto to the next level.
They're around 7 to 9 range. That range, roughly, just giving you a little range. So yeah, I expect a nice run from January 1st to the end of next year. So that's what I'm seeing. I really believe, for those with the eyes on the prize, long term.
So XRP